Rain streaks down vast city windows, blurring the lights of a dark, minimalist penthouse. The only illumination comes from a soft, glowing phone screen, clutched in Elara Quinn's hand. A barely audible clock ticks, a relentless heartbeat in the profound silence of the luxurious space. Elara's face, illuminated by the screen's glow, reveals a controlled, almost detached expression. Her eyes, stark in the dimness, betray a hint of unreadable emotion. The rain outside and the ticking clock within amplify the profound solitude of the night. In the cold, sterile police station, Detective Miller, sharp-eyed and observant, sits across from Elara. Elara, impeccably dressed, maintains an unwavering composure, her face a mask of serene defiance. The room hums with an unspoken tension, the air thick with suspicion that hangs heavy like a shroud. Miller's gaze, intense and probing, tries to penetrate Elara's calm facade, seeking a crack in her resolve. Elara's eyes, cool and unyielding, meet his, betraying no hint of fear or weakness, only perfect control. The stark lighting illuminates the harsh lines of the room, emphasizing the silent battle of wills between them. In the stark police station, Detective Miller, his face etched with weariness, leans forward, a silent predator. His voice, a low probe, cuts through the tension. "Mrs. Vance, let's talk about your marriage. Any difficulties there?" Elara, her face a mask of impenetrable composure, meets his gaze directly, her calm unsettling. Miller presses, "Financial strain, perhaps? Or any other relationships you'd like to disclose?" Her voice even, Elara refutes. "My marriage was stable, detective. My finances are in order. And no, there were no other relationships." Elara stands alone, a solitary figure against the vast, rain-swept cityscape, her silhouette etched against the night. The opulent penthouse stretches around her, an empty shell amplifying her profound solitude. Rain streaks down the immense window panes, blurring the city lights into shimmering tears. Each rhythmic drum of rain against the glass reverberates through the silence, a haunting melody of isolation. Her reflection stares back, a ghost in the glass, mirroring the emptiness within the luxurious space. The city, vibrant and alive, remains a distant, inaccessible world beyond her reach, intensifying her profound loneliness. In a luxury penthouse, the digital clock on Elara's bedside table glows an eerie, almost menacing, green. The numbers, 11:59 p.m., burn brightly, a stark countdown in the oppressive dark of the room. Elara lies perfectly still, her eyes wide open, fixed on the ceiling, a silent vigil. An intense undercurrent of anticipation thrums beneath her stillness, a palpable tension in the air. She waits, breath held, for the inevitable, for the moment when time itself will shift. In a luxury penthouse, midnight descends, casting deep shadows across the opulent bedroom. The digital clock on the bedside table glows with stark, silent numbers. With a soft, almost imperceptible click, the clock's display flips to 12 a.m. Simultaneously, Elara's phone, resting nearby, remains a dark, inert rectangle. Suddenly, the phone blazes to life, its screen a blinding beacon in the oppressive darkness. An incoming message notification cuts through the silence, demanding Elara's attention. In the opulent penthouse, a soft glow bathes Elara, her form a silhouette against the city lights. Her hand, delicate and hesitant, trembles as it reaches for her phone, the air thick with unspoken tension. Fingers hover, a breath held, then a decisive tap opens the screen, revealing a name that holds power. The name Theo Mercer flashes, a ghost in the digital realm, triggering a silent shock within her. A sharp, almost imperceptible gasp escapes Elara's lips, a tiny crack in her carefully constructed composure. Her face remains a mask, impenetrable, yet her eyes betray a storm of emotions beneath the surface. In a luxury penthouse, the screen glows with a chilling message. "If you're reading this, it means I was right." My stomach clenches, a knot of apprehension tightening with each word. A flicker of recognition, not fear, washes over my face, betraying a deeper understanding. The words hang in the air, a phantom whisper in the opulent silence of the penthouse. My eyes, wide with a dawning realization, trace the digital letters. A silent acknowledgement passes between me and the unseen sender, a chilling shared secret. In a luxury penthouse, Elara's fingers fly across her tablet, scrolling through a long list of messages. Her eyes, wide with a desperate focus, lock onto a small, unassuming attachment icon. With a swift tap, a file name emerges. Security, clip, penthouse, MP4, hinting at a hidden truth. Her gaze remains fixed on the screen, an intense and almost desperate focus in her eyes, as if on the verge of discovery. In the opulent penthouse, a phone screen flickers to life, casting an eerie glow on the luxurious surroundings. A grainy, black-and-white video begins to play, a chilling intrusion into the present moment. The familiar space of their living room appears on the screen, a ghost of a happier time. Theo Mercer stands in the center of the grainy footage, his back partially turned, an enigma in the shadows. His form is indistinct, a silent figure captured in a moment of hidden conversation. The flickering light of the phone screen illuminates a face etched with a silent, unsettling dread. In a luxury penthouse, Theo gestures animatedly, as if conversing with an unseen presence. The static, slightly askew view suggests a fixed security camera, recording every move. Theo's expressions shift, a silent drama unfolding against the opulent backdrop. His hands articulate unspoken words, a dialogue played out in gestures and phantom responses. The unmoving camera captures the unsettling illusion of a one-sided conversation, a solitary performance. In the opulent penthouse, a subtle shift in the light reveals a hidden truth. Behind Theo, a large glass window reflects the city lights, and something more sinister. A figure, motionless and dark, is reflected in the glass, a chilling presence watching. The silent watcher remains, a terrifying secret lurking just beyond Theo's perception. A polished surface reflects a chilling truth, revealing a figure in the background. The reflection shows a woman, her silhouette unnervingly identical to Elara's own. Every curve, every line, perfectly mirrors Elara, a ghostly double in the luxurious penthouse. She stands motionless, a silent, unblinking observer, her presence a cold weight in the air. The reflection lingers, a disturbing echo of Elara, a secret watcher in her own domain. In the opulent penthouse, Elara's eyes are wide, unblinking, fixed on her phone screen. The screen's reflection reveals a chilling image, a woman's silhouette in the window. The reflection is hauntingly familiar, yet profoundly alien, twisting her perception. A cold dread grips Elara, as the reflected figure seems to mock her with its presence. Her breath catches, a silent scream trapped within her as the unsettling truth unfolds. A sudden, disorienting flashback plunges us into a bustling London airport, a stark contrast to the penthouse. Elara, her clothes disheveled from travel, navigates the chaotic terminal, her expression a mix of exhaustion and urgency. Her gaze is locked onto her phone, its screen a beacon in the crowd, revealing a crucial detail. The glowing display clearly shows a flight ticket, a symbol of her journey and its hidden purpose. A timestamp on the ticket flashes, 1 week ago, precisely mirroring the date on the security footage. The revelation hangs heavy in the air, connecting past and present with a chilling precision. In a dimly lit London hotel room, Elara sits at a small desk, her face illuminated by the glow of a tablet. Her weary eyes meticulously scan hotel key logs, searching for a crucial detail. A determined expression settles on her features as she scrolls through entry and exit times. The glow reflects in her eyes, confirming her alibi and her absence from the penthouse. She breathes a quiet sigh of relief, her presence established far from the scene. In a sleek London conference room, Elara commands the head of a polished table, radiating confidence and sharp focus. Behind her, a vast screen glows, displaying a meticulously time-stamped presentation, a testament to her thoroughness. Her gestures are precise and powerful, her eyes gleaming with intelligence as she captivates the room. She speaks with undeniable clarity, each word a testament to her mastery of the complex information. In her dimly lit penthouse, Elara is bathed in the eerie glow of a security monitor, a solitary figure in the vast space. She replays a clip, her eyes fixed on a fleeting reflection in the polished surface, a ghost of an image. Her brow furrows, a complex mix of confusion and dawning realization playing across her face. The subtle shift in her expression reveals a sudden, unsettling understanding of what she has seen. In a luxury penthouse, the air is thick with unspoken memories of Theo's meticulous nature. A silent testament to his obsession with technology, a ghost of his presence lingers. The scheduled message, a digital echo of his careful planning, awaits its moment. The precise timing of midnight looms, a dramatic countdown to a silent revelation. In a luxury penthouse, a subtle, almost imperceptible hum vibrates through the opulent air. Elara's keen gaze drifts, drawn by an unseen force towards a hidden panel on the wall. The panel conceals the building's intricate network hub, a secret nerve center pulsating with data. The soft, rhythmic hum is the only sound, hinting at the hidden power within the penthouse. City lights cast a soft, ethereal glow through the vast windows of a luxurious penthouse, painting the opulent room in shades of twilight. Elara, poised on a plush sofa, eyes her phone vibrating on the glass coffee table, a battle of dread and anticipation etched on her face. Her hand trembles, a delicate tremor betraying the storm within, as she slowly reaches for the insistent device. Her heart visibly quickens, a frantic drum against her ribs as her fingers brush the cold glass of the screen. With a deep breath, she opens the message, the glowing words on the screen holding her destiny in their silent embrace. In a luxury penthouse, a second message appears on the screen, stark and accusatory, its words a direct hit to my core. The harsh glow of the screen illuminates my face, my eyes wide with dawning horror as I stare at the damning text. A wave of betrayal washes over me, cold and undeniable, chilling me to the bone. My breath catches in my throat, a silent gasp of anguish as the weight of the words sinks in. The betrayal is a physical blow, leaving me reeling and gasping for air. The silent accusation echoes in my mind. You told me you'd never lie again. In a luxurious penthouse, Elara slowly stirs, her movements deliberate and controlled, despite the turmoil brewing within her. Her eyes, windows to a storm, betray the calm facade as she pushes herself upright. The soft glow of the city outside does little to soothe the tension etched on her face. Her fingers are still tightly wrapped around a phone, a silent testament to a recent, unsettling conversation. Each breath she takes is measured, a struggle against an invisible weight pressing down on her. The penthouse, a symbol of opulence, now feels like a gilded cage, trapping her in her own distress. In a luxury penthouse, she moves toward a vast glass window, a silent silhouette against the city's glittering canvas. The city lights blaze, their vibrant reflections dancing across the cold, unyielding surface of the glass. Her own reflection stares back, a ghostly duplicate etched with the stark lines of her profound anxiety. It is a mirror image, a silent scream of distress, held captive within the shimmering facade of the glass. The city's vibrant pulse outside only amplifies the silent, gnawing fear within her. Elara gazes at her reflection in the vast glass wall of the penthouse, her breath a faint mist on the cool surface. She blinks, a sudden, terrifying realization dawning as her reflection fails to mirror her. A heart-stopping beat stretches into an eternity, the reflection frozen, a chilling defiance of reality. Then, with an almost imperceptible delay, the reflection blinks, a perfect, eerie synchronization. In a luxury penthouse, Elara takes a sharp, sudden intake of breath, her eyes wide with an unseen fear. Her gaze darts to her own reflection, a fleeting moment of self-recognition in the sleek glass. Beyond her image, the expansive, empty room stretches, a silent stage for her growing paranoia. A tightening grip of unseen dread seizes her, her breath catching in the opulent silence. In the opulent silence of a luxury penthouse, a phone vibrates with a jarring intensity, startling her. The insistent tremor of the phone echoes, a harsh intrusion amplified in the hushed, expansive space. Her eyes widen, a flicker of apprehension crossing her face as the device demands attention. The third vibration shatters the calm, a stark reminder of an unwelcome reality in her sanctuary. A stark, commanding message fills the screen of a device in a luxury penthouse. Check the storage unit. The words glow with an eerie finality, the last piece of Theo's cryptic puzzle. The message hangs in the air, a silent command echoing through the opulent space. It is the culmination of a long, twisting game, now demanding immediate action. In a luxurious penthouse, Elara stares at her phone, her face a canvas of conflicting emotions. Terror twists her features, a raw fear seizing her heart. Confusion clouds her eyes, trying to decipher the unreadable message on the screen. A flicker of grim determination ignites, steeling her resolve against the rising tide of dread. In a luxury penthouse, the air is thick with unspoken tension. Elara's jaw clenches, a muscle twitching betraying her inner turmoil. Her eyes, wide with dawning realization, trace unseen words in the air. Theo's messages, once a puzzle, now reveal a far more intricate web. The implications of his words settle upon her, heavy and personal, no longer a simple disappearance, but a profound personal entanglement. In a luxury penthouse, Elara turns from the window, the city lights blurring into streaks of vibrant color. The once comforting glow of the cityscape now seems to mock her, a vibrant blur of indifference. The opulent apartment, once her sanctuary, now feels like an gilded cage, its luxury suffocating. Her eyes, filled with a profound weariness, reflect the blurred, indifferent city lights outside. Every polished surface and expensive furnishing seems to press in on her, a beautiful, inescapable trap. Elara stands alone, the vast city stretching beyond her window, yet she is utterly confined within her own despair. In a luxury penthouse, her silhouette moves with unwavering purpose towards the main door, framed by the city's muted glow. The expansive windows reflect the city's quiet hum, a silent witness to her determined departure. The soft light paints her form, a stark contrast against the deepening twilight outside. The previously unnoticed ticking of a clock now resonates, amplifying the tension in the silent space. Each tick echoes her resolve, a rhythmic countdown to her exit from the opulent, yet empty, penthouse. In the opulent apartment elevator, Elara stands poised, her image starkly mirrored back at her, a silent observer in the polished reflection. Her reflection stares back, an unwavering gaze meeting her own, a silent dialogue unfolding in the gleaming surface. The descent of the elevator begins, slow and deliberate, each passing floor a measured step into the unknown. The subtle hum of the machinery fills the confined space, a low, constant thrum that seems to amplify the quiet tension. Elara's expression remains unreadable, a mask of composure that hints at deeper, unspoken thoughts hidden beneath the surface. As the elevator continues its slow descent, the air thickens with anticipation, each moment stretched taut with unspoken drama. Elara emerges from the apartment building into the relentless downpour, the city's distant hum a low, constant thrum. Her focus remains singularly unwavering, eyes fixed on an unseen point beyond the rain-slicked street. She pulls her coat tighter, a desperate shield against the biting wind that whips around her. Rain streaks down her face, mingling with what might be tears, or merely the cold indifference of the night. The relentless downpour mirrors an internal struggle, a tempest in her soul. Each step into the stormy night is a testament to her grim resolve, a journey into the unknown. Elara's car glides through the rain-slicked city streets, a solitary figure against the nocturnal glow. Neon lights bleed across the wet pavement, painting the asphalt in a disorienting, dreamlike haze. The vibrant reflections warp and stretch, transforming the familiar cityscape into an ethereal, liquid canvas. Rain streaks down the windows, blurring the urban chaos into abstract, shimmering patterns. Elara navigates this surreal landscape, her expression lost in the hypnotic dance of light and water. Under a dark, brooding sky, an industrial storage facility looms, a silent sentinel of secrets. Rows of identical units stretch into the inky distance, their anonymity chilling. The gloom swallows the far reaches, making the facility seem endless and foreboding. A recent downpour has softened to a persistent drizzle, a mournful whisper in the night. The asphalt glistens with a slick sheen, reflecting the sparse, cold light. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp concrete and unseen possibilities. In the dim light of a storage facility office, Elara stands, a keycard clutched in her hand, her resolve unwavering. A bored security guard, a man in his 50s, sits behind a cluttered desk, his gaze fixed on something unseen. Elara extends the keycard, a silent offering in the quiet, late-night air. The guard's eyes barely flicker, his indifference a palpable wall between them. He's clearly accustomed to these nocturnal encounters, a silent sentinel in a world of secrets. The air crackles with unspoken tension, as Elara's patience hangs by a thread, waiting for his move. Elara steps into a long, dimly lit corridor, its oppressive silence broken only by her tentative footsteps. The air hangs heavy and stale, a chilling embrace in the echoing expanse of the storage facility. Her silhouette stretches long before her, swallowed by the encroaching shadows as she walks on. Each step reverberates, a solitary drumbeat against the vast, cold stillness of the empty units. Under the cloak of night, Elara stands before Theo's storage unit, a silent sentinel in the vast, echoing facility. With a furtive glance, she retrieves a key from her pocket, a key borrowed from Theo's desk drawer. The metallic glint of the key catches the dim light, a tiny beacon of her impending intrusion. A calculated turn of the wrist, and the key slides into the lock, a silent prelude to the sound that follows. The sharp click of the lock reverberates, unnaturally loud, shattering the profound silence of the storage unit. The sound hangs in the air, a stark declaration of her presence, her gaze fixed on the door to Theo's secrets. Elara pushes open the heavy metal door, a sense of foreboding filling the air as she enters the dark storage unit. An oppressive darkness greets her, swallowing the faint light from the hallway. Her hand, trembling slightly, fumbles along the wall, searching for a light switch in the inky blackness. The silence in the unit is thick, amplifying the sound of her ragged breath. Every touch of her fingers against the cold, unseen wall is a desperate plea for illumination. The oppressive silence of the storage unit is broken by the reluctant hum of flickering fluorescent lights. The harsh, artificial glow reveals towering stacks of boxes, meticulously arranged. Each cardboard fortress is a testament to order, labeled with Theo's precise, almost obsessive handwriting. The labels, stark and neat, hint at a life carefully categorized and contained. A sense of quiet intensity permeates the air, as if secrets are held within these labeled boxes. Inside the dim storage unit, Elara's eyes meticulously scan rows of labeled boxes, a flicker of apprehension in her gaze. Her eyes trace the neatly printed labels, old documents, winter clothes, electronics, each one a silent sentinel. The air is still, the silence broken only by the soft rustle of her movements as she searches for any sign of disturbance. Every box seems perfectly aligned, every label pristine, an unsettling orderliness that offers no immediate answers. She exhales slowly, a hint of unease lingering in her expression despite the apparent calm. Nothing alarming catches her eye. In the dimly lit storage unit, she searches through forgotten relics, her eyes scanning the dusty shelves. A single, unmarked box, partially hidden, draws her gaze with its stark simplicity, a silent mystery among the clutter. Its plainness makes it stand out, a stark contrast to the ornate trunks and boxes surrounding it. A subtle shift in her expression hints at a growing curiosity, a quiet pull towards the enigmatic package. In a dimly lit storage unit, Elara, a figure of quiet resolve, begins her search, her eyes scanning the stacks of forgotten boxes. Her muscles strain with effort as she pulls forward an unmarked box, its weight suggesting a hidden past. She kneels, her fingers tracing the smooth, unblemished cardboard, a hint of curiosity sparking in her gaze. A sense of anticipation hangs in the air, a silent promise of discoveries yet to be made. The unmarked box sits before her, an enigmatic presence, awaiting its unveiling. In the dimly lit storage unit, she kneels, her hand trembling as she reaches for a worn cardboard box. With a hesitant breath, she lifts the lid, revealing the neatly arranged contents within. Dozens of framed photographs lie nestled together, a mosaic of forgotten moments. Each frame captures her and Theo, their faces radiant with shared joy and laughter. A wave of nostalgia washes over her as she traces the outline of a happy memory with her fingertips. The silence of the unit is broken only by the soft rustle of memories, now brought to light. Dust motes dance in a solitary shaft of light, illuminating Elara amidst forgotten belongings in the storage unit. Elara picks up a framed photograph, a relic of a happier past, from the dusty clutter. The picture reveals Elara and Theo on their wedding day, their faces radiating pure, unadulterated laughter. A fleeting, almost imperceptible pang of genuine emotion flickers across Elara's face, a fragile crack in her steely composure. In the dusty storage unit, Elara's fingers delicately sift through a stack of old photographs, each one a whisper from the past. Beneath the faded images, her touch finds a small, unexpected object. It is a leather-bound journal, its surface worn smooth by time and touch. Her eyes trace the familiar, elegant script on the cover, a name etched in memory. The simple title, My Thoughts, written in Theo's unmistakable hand, sends a shiver down her spine. A profound sense of connection and anticipation washes over Elara as she holds the forgotten journal. In the dimly lit storage unit, Elara carefully opens a journal, its worn cover whispering secrets of the past. Her fingers gently trace the aged edges of the pages, a silent reverence for the words within. A faded ribbon, a lonely bookmark, marks a significant entry, a beacon in the sea of memories. Elara's eyes dart to the date, a chilling realization dawning on her face. A week ago, the very day the security clip was recorded, a cold dread settles in. In the dusty confines of the storage unit, Elara's eyes trace Theo's words, a chilling realization dawning on her face. Her brow furrows, a silent tension filling the small space as the truth begins to unfold. A voice echoes, I've noticed strange things, little inconsistencies. Elara seems different. The voice continues, a haunting whisper, like a shadow has replaced her light. In the stark glow of humming fluorescent lights, her eyes widen, scanning the words on the page with growing alarm. The harsh light casts dramatic shadows on her face, revealing a mix of fear and dawning realization. A voice echoes, I set up the hidden camera, and what I saw, it confirmed my fears. The revelation hangs heavy in the air. It wasn't you, Elara. In the desolate storage unit, Elara's hand quivers, the worn journal threatening to slip from her grasp. Each word within its pages is a chilling accusation, a stark confirmation of her deepest fears. Her breath catches, a silent gasp of horror as the truth unfurls before her eyes. The air crackles with an unspoken dread, sealing her fate within the cold, echoing space. Inside the dimly lit storage unit, a hand turns the page of a worn notebook, revealing a new secret. The page displays a detailed drawing of a penthouse layout, its lines stark and precise. Crimson circles, like drops of blood, highlight specific areas within the intricate blueprint. These red marks betray the hidden weaknesses in the security system, a silent invitation to chaos. The stark contrast of the red on the architectural drawing hints at a daring plan in the making. A silent, dangerous revelation unfolds on the page, promising a thrilling and perilous future. A new diagram illuminates the screen, detailing the intricate layout of the building's server room. A stark arrow pierces the diagram, pointing to a critical detail. The arrow highlights the precise moment of the backup reboot, the stroke of midnight. The screen glows with this revelation, a silent countdown to a pivotal event. In the dimly lit storage unit, Elara's eyes are drawn to a small velvet pouch nestled at the bottom of a dusty box. Her hand trembles slightly as she reaches for the pouch, its dark fabric a stark contrast to the surrounding clutter. With a gentle pull, she retrieves the mysterious object, holding it delicately in her palm. Her fingers, hesitant yet determined, begin to fumble with the intricate drawstring. A sense of anticipation hangs heavy in the air as the secret within threatens to be revealed. In the dusty stillness of the storage unit, a hand reaches for a worn pouch, its contents a mystery. Fingers carefully untie the strings, a sense of anticipation hanging heavy in the air. The pouch opens, revealing a single, intricately carved wooden figurine nestled within its depths. The figurine, a miniature replica of Elara, emerges from the shadows, its details exquisitely rendered. Every curve and line of the tiny figure mirrors Elara, capturing her essence in miniature. The wooden Elara wears the exact dress from the wedding photo, a hauntingly precise detail. In the dim, dusty storage unit, Elara's hands cradle a small figurine, its intricate carvings catching the sparse light. Her fingers delicately trace the cool, smooth surface, exploring every curve and contour. The soft glow illuminates the figurine, revealing the hidden artistry of its ancient details. A flicker of movement, as her fingertips brush against the base, discovering something unseen. Tiny, almost imperceptible letters emerge from the material, an unexpected secret etched into the figurine. A voice whispers, echoing in the stillness, "Doppelganger." A cold dread washes over Elara, her eyes widening in the dim, dusty storage unit. The unsettling word reverberates in her mind, echoing the security clip she'd seen. Theo's frantic journal entries flash before her, each word a chilling premonition. A fleeting, unsettling blink in her own reflection sends a shiver down her spine. The pieces click into place, forming a terrifying mosaic of revelation and fear. Elara's gaze sweeps across the storage unit, a dawning realization etching itself onto her face. This wasn't merely a storage unit. It was a carefully constructed sanctuary. The air hums with the silent echoes of Theo's hidden world, his secret investigation hub. Every object, every shadow, whispers tales of his clandestine pursuits. A profound understanding settles over Elara, revealing the depth of Theo's hidden life. The storage unit transforms before her eyes, no longer mundane but a trove of secrets. My fingers, trembling with anticipation, brush against the journal's hidden underside, discovering a small, hard object. With bated breath, I carefully peel it away, revealing a sleek, encrypted USB drive. The stark word "proof" is etched onto its side, a chilling revelation. A silent gasp escapes my lips, the weight of its implications settling heavily in the air. The dimly lit storage unit suddenly feels charged with a dangerous, unspoken truth. In the dimly lit storage unit, Elara's hands tremble as she clutches a USB drive and a worn journal. The stark weight of these objects feels immense, a heavy burden of terrifying, undeniable truth. Her knuckles are white, her grip tight, as if holding on to the last vestiges of her former reality. The shadows around her seem to deepen, mirroring the profound and unsettling revelations she now possesses. Her eyes, wide with a mixture of fear and dawning comprehension, reflect the cold, hard light of the truth. Elara hurries through the dimly lit corridor, her footsteps echoing with a new urgency. The oppressive shadows deepen around her, transforming familiar shapes into menacing silhouettes. Her breath quickens, a palpable fear now driving her forward through the eerie quiet. The air grows heavy, thick with unseen presences, and the weight of her escalating dread. Each rapid step is a desperate plea for escape, her initial caution now a forgotten luxury. Elara emerges from the grim storage facility into the profound stillness of the pre-dawn night, a silent warrior returning. The air hangs heavy, yet cleansed, as the last vestiges of rain have vanished, leaving a palpable sense of calm. Above, the vast expanse of the sky remains a deep, inky black, holding the world in its silent, watchful embrace. But on the distant horizon, a whisper of light begins to stir, a faint promise of the coming dawn, painting the edge of the world. Elara's gaze lifts, drawn to this nascent glow, a solitary figure standing at the cusp of a new day, or a new challenge. The quiet anticipation of the breaking day mirrors the silent resolve etched upon her face as she steps into the fading darkness. As the city lights slowly fade into the approaching dawn, Elara drives, a solitary figure against the encroaching light. Her fingers tighten around the small USB drive, a fragile link to a dangerous secret. Theo's fragmented message echoes in her mind, each word a piece of a perilous puzzle she must solve. The glow of the dashboard illuminates her face, etched with a mixture of fear and fierce determination. The city awakens around her, oblivious to the silent storm brewing within Elara's racing thoughts. Elara steps into the silent luxury penthouse, a palpable tension clinging to the air around her. The first tendrils of dawn creep through the vast windows, painting the minimalist space in hues of gray and gold. Long, eerie shadows stretch across the polished floors, distorting familiar objects into ominous shapes. Each shadow seems to writhe and lengthen, mirroring the unspoken anxieties within the grand apartment. The stark, modern design of the penthouse now feels cold and unforgiving under the dawn's harsh gaze. Elara stands motionless, a lone figure dwarfed by the imposing architecture and the encroaching light. With a resolute stride, she advances towards Theo's study, a forbidden sanctuary she seldom dares to enter. She settles into the opulent chair behind his formidable desk, its polished surface reflecting her determined gaze. A small, unassuming USB drive is placed with deliberate precision onto the vast expanse of the desk. The silent object sits between her and the imposing desk, a weighty promise of untold secrets. In the opulent penthouse, Elara's fingers, nimble and precise, hover over Theo's computer. The USB drive, a tiny harbinger of secrets, slides into the port with a soft click. The computer screen flickers erratically, a momentary dance of light and shadow. Then, a stark illumination as the screen comes to life, revealing its hidden depths. A single, stark folder dominates the display, its label chillingly clear: the truth. Elara's gaze fixes on the ominous folder, her expression a mask of grim determination. In the opulent penthouse, she opens a folder, its cover sleek and unassuming. Inside, a trove of meticulously organized files is revealed, each promising a deeper secret. Security footage, stills, and audio recordings are neatly arranged, hinting at a hidden world. Encrypted documents lie within, their contents veiled, yet their presence speaks volumes. Every item within the folder is perfectly placed, a testament to careful planning and profound secrets. In a luxurious penthouse, Elara sits, a picture of focused tension, the opulent surroundings a stark contrast to her anxiety. Her fingers, trembling slightly, click an audio file on her tablet, the screen glowing ominously in the dim light. Theo's voice, raw with fear and strain, suddenly pierces the silence, echoing through the lavish space. His words hang heavy in the air. "She's here. I don't know how, but she's here." Elara's eyes widen, a flicker of terror crossing her face as the implication of Theo's message sinks in. The tablet's light reflects in her pupils, a silent testament to the chilling threat now looming over her. In the opulent penthouse, a hidden audio device emits a faint, whispered conversation, stirring unease. A voice, chillingly identical to Elara's yet laced with a calculating tone, replies to Theo from the device. The revelation dawns. This voice, though familiar, belongs to someone else entirely, a chilling impersonation. A cold dread settles as the truth is unveiled. It is not her, but a sinister echo of Elara's voice. Inside a lavish penthouse, Elara's eyes widen, reflecting the opulent yet sterile surroundings. A chilling realization dawns on her face, a silent scream trapped within her. The sheer depth of Theo's terror washes over her, a brutal wave of understanding. The stark reality of his discovery momentarily steals her breath, leaving her gasping for air. Her horror intensifies, a silent testament to the unspoken horrors she now comprehends. Elara stands frozen, the weight of the revelation crushing her spirit in the luxurious setting. In a luxury penthouse, fingers fly across a trackpad, scrolling through endless security footage on a massive monitor. Clips of the other Elara flash across the screen, her presence both familiar and unsettling. Sometimes she is alone, her movements fluid yet subtly alien, an eerie grace in her solitude. Other times, she interacts with Theo, her expressions just slightly off, a mask, barely concealing something deeper. A flicker of something unsettling behind her eyes hints at a sinister secret, a chilling truth. The endless footage reveals the chilling reality of a life observed, a silent predator in plain sight. In a luxury penthouse, the other Elara stands by an expansive window, her silhouette a stark contrast against the city lights. The twinkling lights of the metropolis stretch endlessly below, mirroring the vastness of her silent contemplation. Her posture exudes a quiet, formidable intensity, a hidden power simmering beneath the surface. Slowly, deliberately, she turns, her gaze piercing, locking onto an unseen observer with chilling precision. A fleeting, predatory glint flashes in her eyes, a stark warning of the darkness that lies within. Elara lifts her gaze from the screen, her eyes wide with a chilling revelation. A palpable tension fills the luxurious penthouse as her eyes sweep across the opulent living room. Her gaze locks onto a specific spot, where a spectral presence seems to linger. The memory of the other Elara from the video haunts the very air. The room itself feels charged, thick with an unseen, unsettling presence. A shiver runs down Elara's spine, as if a ghost just walked through her soul. In a luxury penthouse, a face, pale and haunted, reflects in the dark computer screen, a chilling mirror to a troubled soul. The eyes, deep pools of despair, stare back from the screen, revealing a mind teetering on the precipice of madness. The opulent surroundings fade into a blur as the line between waking reality and terrifying nightmare begins to dissolve. A silent scream echoes in the luxurious silence as the haunting reflection becomes a window into a fracturing mind. Elara slowly rises from the plush sofa, her gaze drawn to the expansive penthouse windows, a silent observer of the waking city. Her reflection, distorted by the rising sun, stares back, a stranger in her own eyes. The city below begins to stir, blissfully unaware of the turmoil within the luxurious penthouse. The relentless ticking of an unseen clock echoes, a stark, chilling reminder of dwindling moments.